What's going on, everybody? You're watching Gridiron Football 2024 Media Day. I'm Logan Graffia. I'm here with Coach Dizer of St. Martin High School.
Yes,
Coach,
sir.
Thank you for joining me today.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having us. Appreciate what y'all are doing. I mean, I saw y'all went through 20-something schools yesterday in Pineville, a list of roughly 40 today. Man, that's a great thing y'all are doing to get the kids' attention and notice. So appreciate y'all having us here.
Appreciate the compliment. So let's get right into it, Coach.
Mhm.
It's summertime. How has summer training and summer workouts been going so far?
It's been going good. You know, we're very intentional with what we do. We have a plan. And, you know, obviously everybody thinks just bigger, faster, stronger. And that's certainly a part of it. But now with the summers being open, man, we've got installs that we've got to get done on both sides of the ball, even special teams. So getting all that stuff done, we're in a good spot. And, you know, the summer doesn't necessarily win your football games, but we've got to have a good summer to prepare us to go into fall camp, and then all of those things are going to build up and propel us through the fall. So I think we're in a really good spot. We got a week left, and then we're going to be headed into fall camp, and really excited about where we are.
So before fall camp, have y'all been participating in any 7-on-7 tournaments? Because I know that's really popular, right?
Yeah, it is. You know, we could, but I've made the decision not to. I try to be the best fit I can for the school that I'm at, and we've got so many young men that are playing basketball and baseball and doing all those different things. I just don't know if it's in our best interest to do a lot of 7-on-7. We were scheduled for one that got canceled in New Orleans, but we certainly do pass scale amongst ourselves, and we've kept it in-house and gotten better, but we just don't get to do as much of it as I'd like to. But again, that's just me. I want our basketball team to be the best that they can. I want our baseball team the best that they can. And, you know, we have to share athletes during the summer. So as long as our kids are really committed to the plan and the schedule that we have, I don't bring them back at night, or it's just not allowed that we're able to do. So, so not really.
So did you guys have a spring game?
We didn't. We actually, again, having to adapt and fit for the school that you're at. We don't really do spring football at all. We have a spring off-season weight program, you know, but that's kind of the type of school we're at. Big academic school, you know. The final exams there are like state championships in football, so these guys really have to focus in and go to all these study sessions and all of that stuff to prepare for their exams. And it's just tough to fit it all in the spring right there. And our guys have played basketball, baseball, state runner-ups in track. They were state runner-ups in basketball. So I just try not to. I don't really think it'd be a good couple of weeks anyway, because they've gone through everything. So we just continue to push in that weight room, and you know, with the summer being wide open, we're able to get a lot of stuff done during the summer. So we don't do spring at all.
So you touched on the weight room. So how is the weight training program been going this summer, Coach?
It's been going really good. You know, we're really built around movements. We want our guys to be flexible and be able to move. So we might not get as high of, you know, the bench numbers and the squat numbers as other, but our kids are really going to be able to move. They're going to really be athletic, and then injury prevention is the number one reason, you know, we have our program and the way we structure it, So all of our guys are healthy right now. They're in great shape. They look really good. So I think we're in a really good spot going into the year, and they have good numbers in their lifts as well.
Outside of course, the LSU commit, Harlan Berry, are there some key players that are going to be factors for you this season that we should be talking about more?
Absolutely. I think the first one is Ashton Oliver, our quarterback, who's here with us today. Ashton, not a very big guy, but man, he's a really good talent, and he's an elite player at the 1A level. And Ashton did a lot for us last year at quarterback in the running game. And he turned around and played a lot of safety for us as well, and made a lot of plays on defense. And he's just kind of overshadowed, you know, in terms of media, by Harlan Berry. The next step that Ashton's got to take, and the majority of it he can't really control, but some of it he can, is just staying healthy. I think he probably played 7-8 out of our 11 games last year, so we got to keep him on the field more, and he's got to understand to not take all those licks and all of those things. The next guy would be Cooper Helmke. He's one of the better kickers in the country. I think he's got a chance to be an LSU signee as well, even though it might be a walk-on type of situation. But he's certainly going to be a Division I kicker. He is an elite kickoff guy. He's over 95% on touchback rate. We don't kick a lot of field goals because of, if it's 4th and 2, you think I'm kicking a field goal or giving it to Harlem. So we don't kick a lot of field goals, but he is an elite kickoff guy. He's one of the best out there. And after that, man, we've got a lot of solid high school football players that we've developed that aren't necessarily college guys, but just good high school talented kids that are solid. I think Zach Kelly, senior offensive lineman, defensive lineman, has got a chance to have a really breakout year to get himself noticed. Daniel Fink, Cole Lacoste, Gabe Savarese. I mean, that's probably a list of 10 names that are just Tyler Penny, Kane Odo, guys that are just really good, solid high school football players that are playing their part and they make a lot of plays for us. And one of the cool things, we don't have a lot of guys that are necessarily looking to play college football. We just got guys that love to play, love being a part of the team, and they're working their butts off. And from Harlem on down, all these guys want to win for each other. You know, you talk about Harlem, like, yeah, he's got the whole world in front of him, right? Well, his number one focus is this team and getting this team as far as he can. And he's got his own goals and ambitions and things of that nature, but this team comes first. And I think that's true of pretty much everybody in our locker room.
So schematically, it would probably be easy to say on offense that you would be run heavy with Harlem Berry, but what should we expect this year from the St. Martin offense schematically?
Yeah. So scheme-wise, kind of the same thing I've been doing the past 5-6 years, and it's funny with Ashton and Harlem. It's kind of a match made in heaven because I had two guys when I was the head coach at Riverside, Gage Larvadain and Elijah Davis. Gage was our quarterback who is now playing receiver at South Carolina, and Elijah is going into his sophomore year at Lafayette. So I was able to take a lot of that stuff we were doing and bring it over with me to St. Martin's, and it fits. But we're pretty standard offense. A lot of stuff you see in college football today. We are very much multiple. We'll be in 10 personnel, we'll be in 20 personnel, we'll be 11 personnel, we'll jump in 21. We do a lot of window dressing to run the same stuff. So you're going to see a lot of power, a lot of counter, inside, outside zone, and we've got all type of quarterback reads and designs to go in with that. And, you know, when you have a guy like Harlem, this is something where I think I failed at last year, and we've got to be better at this year. We've got to have a great play-action passing game because we do have really capable receivers outside, and we've got to be much better at that. And that was on me. That wasn't the kids. We've got to have a much better play-action package this year. And so, yeah, we might not complete the 7-8 passes a night, but they've got to be worth 15 to 20 yards each. And we can do that when you've got a guy like Harlem in the backfield. And we passed the ball pretty good last year, but that play-action package has got to be better. And you'll still see us use Harlem out of the backfield in the passing game a lot as well.
So defensively, what should we expect schematically as well?
Kind of multiple. That goes back to my coaching philosophy.
Multiple on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, and my thought process for that is I want to give our kids the best opportunity to be able to beat everybody. If we can only run the football, well, we might get in the playoffs, and somebody's going to stop that. I don't want us to have to lose because we can't do something else. So that kind of goes back to my background of why we're multiple. I know a lot of people are different, but we'll base out of the 3-3 stack, the odd stack. We'll base out of that. We've got some bigger guys up front that's going to eat some gaps, and we've got the other 8 guys that can really run. And so we'll base out of odd stack, and we'll probably blitz a lot, and things like that. But we're going to end up being multiple again. Whatever we've got to play on that week, we're going to play it, but we're going to start with a 3-3 for sure. So
there's a new schedule cycle I was made aware of. It's the second year of it. Has the realignment of these schedules and districts affected you in any way? And what is this game that's on this new schedule that you're looking forward to?
Yeah, so, I mean, there's so much going on. You got people that are in certain classes that go to the playoffs and play in different divisions. It could affect me if I let it. I think, to be honest, from a fan's perspective, I would be more frustrated than from a coach's perspective. Like, if you're Louisiana Gridiron Football and you're a fan of high school ball, okay, I see District 3-3A right here. Well, goodness, these teams are going to go into Division II and these teams are going to go into Division III. Some are select, some are non-select, so it's kind of all over the place. So from a fan perspective, it would bother me more than anything. From a coach, it ain't none of my business. We got to play who we got to play, right? And then on our schedule, I'm excited because, the past 2 years we played the same schedule. We're playing pretty much a completely different non-district. So it's exciting, but I think within our program, week 1 is always exciting regardless of who you play. But this year, we're playing Pearl River, 4A high school, at our 1A. I think that's got an opportunity to be a really good football game. Pearl River's a really good team. And I just think for us, win, lose, or draw, it's going to be a really good measuring stick of where we are. So Pearl River, I think Pope John Paul is a game we're looking forward to. They play a different type of football, optionoid, wing T team. Tough at the line of scrimmage, want to shorten the game. That's going to be a great challenge for us. They really pushed us last year. They had the lead at halftime, and then Harlem just kind of took it over in the second half. But that's going to be a game we've kind of got circled. And then Riverside in our district. That's a team that we're chasing. They've gotten the upper hand on us, and I think they're probably the favorites in Division IV Select. I think they're probably the favorites in that, so that's a game we're looking forward to as well. But I think for our kids, just playing new people, McMain is coming back playing football this year. We've got them. That'll be fun. And then, we get to hit a couple of different pockets of the state. Westminster Christian out of Opelousas, Glen Oaks and Baton Rouge. Pearl River is right on the Louisiana line going into Mississippi. So if our kids, they get to get out of New Orleans and we get to head west a little bit into Baton Rouge and Opelousas, and then Pearl River as far east as Louisiana goes. So I think that's exciting for our kids, just playing and seeing new people.
During your time here at St. Martin, how has the administration been to you?
Personally, administration has been great. I've got no personal issues. I feel like I'm treated with great respect and all of those things. I think the key for St. Martin's is it's a unique type of school from a admission standpoint. Students have to test in, right? They've got to be good academic students. It can be costly. So it's not so much a school that's for everybody. And historically, it hasn't been much of a football school. So the challenge has been working with administration to make it fit, and kind of that back and forth. And it's been a good situation. I was there as an assistant for a season, and then took over as the head coach last year. And a lot of things that people said you can't do at St. Martin's, we've been able to do. And obviously that ain't coaching, that's having good players, but you've got to make those